Welcome to SEO Foundations. My name is Danny Dover. I am the author of the best-selling book SEO Secrets. I was the lead SEO at AT&T. It's also the lead SEO at a company called SEO Moz. It's now called Moz. And really, I'm just a nerd about this SEO stuff. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things today. So sit back, grab something you can take some notes with, and prepare to learn. Today, we're going to start our exploration of SEO Foundations with a very nerdy idea. The best way to understand a complex field of knowledge like SEO is to first understand the incentives of the major players. So for SEO, this turns out to be very easy. The major players of SEO are users, the humans around the world who are using search engines every day, search engines themselves, and us, the SEOs. So let's start with the most important of these. It's the users. These are made up of the hundreds of millions of people just like yourselves who use search engines like Google every day. These are people in the United States, they're people abroad, they're people using English, they're people all over the place searching with text, with images, with videos, all kinds of stuff. All of these are considered the users, and they're what drive SEO from the perspective of the search engine themselves and from SEOs, the people who practice the profession. All right, let's dive into the meat of this, the search engines themselves. Search engines are technologies owned by technology companies. The most common one of this, of course, is Google. Google's a company based out of Mountain View, California. It's dominating the arena of search right now and has been for a while. But it's not the only player in the game. In fact, there's a lot of other important players. The other ones that are big in the United States are Yahoo, which you've probably heard of because it's been around for a long time, and Bing, which is owned by Microsoft. Outside of the United States, there's some other search engines that are also very important. So first and foremost, we have Baidu, which is enormous in market share in China. You also have Yandex, which is gigantic in Russia, and you have Naver, which is important in South Korea. In addition to that, you have very specific search engines that do one thing very, very well. So a great example of this would be Wolfram Alpha, which works on computational knowledge and complex mathematics. Now, the third major player in this is my favorite. Now, I'm very biased because I am an SEO, and this is how I pay my bills, but I think this is the one that's most exciting and the one that we're going to be talking about throughout this whole course. So SEO, let's dive into that a little bit. It's an acronym, and it's actually a very confusing acronym because it means two different things. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which is the field, and Search Engine Optimizer, which is the profession. So if you remember that part, you're good to go because that's the trickiest part of this opening section in that you have to have one acronym that means two things. So what does an SEO do? Well, an SEO does a lot of things, and actually, as we'll talk about, it's an increasing amount of roles. But the important thing to get out of this is that an SEO focuses on influencing organic rankings in search engines. So they're not working on the paid side, they're working on everything else that search engines like Google provide. Now that we know the major players in SEO, let's look at what incentivizes them. By understanding their incentives, you're going to understand what drives the market. So the first one that we have is users. Now this is everybody, yourself included in this. This is the world's population who's using the internet to try to find information. The incentive for the users of the internet is to find the most relevant information they possibly can on any topic that they can at any time in any language. So it's a very, very big goal, but something that search engines work towards trying to solve. So what incentivizes the search engines exactly? Well, it's two things. They're trying to provide the most relevant results to users worldwide, but they're doing it in two ways. They're doing it through organic results, which they do not get paid for. They're things that they're just going to provide so that they can do a breadth of information. And there's ads, which third parties are paying for that also have relevant information. So what is incentivizing the search engines? It's twofold. They're trying to attract a gigantic audience of users with organic results and with the ads by providing relevant information. And it's the money that they're getting paid for with the ads. This works really, really well for SEOs. SEOs are focusing only on the organic side. It's a completely different profession working on the PPC side, but what's important for SEOs is to work on getting their information, or more often, their clients' information to the top of search engines so that their relevant information is shown to the world's audience of searchers.